So something pretty big is happening, but before I share the news with you guys, I want to talk about something that's been on my mind lately, a shift that's been both incredibly rewarding, but also pretty challenging. So over the past few months, I've been shifting my focus more explicitly toward discussing and defending Catholicism, and honestly, it has been one of the most rewarding things that I've done. Why is that? Well, because I'm defending something that I think is true, something that I find valuable, something that's actually helpful to people. And in a weird way, it feels like I'm sort of coming full circle with this channel. When I first started Capturing Christianity, I was absolutely fired up about sharing something that I had discovered, namely apologetics. The idea that Christianity is intellectually defensible, that it has solid philosophical and historical grounding. It was so thrilling to me. I was so excited about it. And I wanted everyone to know what I had found. But if you've been around since those early days on the channel, you'll remember not everyone was as thrilled as I was. All right. Atheists weren't exactly lining up to like give me high fives. Some were, let's just say, a little bit hostile. And now, years later, I find myself in a strikingly similar situation because now I want to share something that I've discovered, an intellectually robust theological system, Catholicism. Apologetics and philosophy train me to think deeply, to ask hard questions, and to care about what's actually true as opposed to like what I grew up believing, no matter where the evidence leads. Learning how to formulate arguments, analyzing historical claims, and engaging critically with theology, it all prepared me for where I'm currently at. When I finally turned the same level of scrutiny onto Christian theology itself, which is something that I honestly avoided for the longest time, this is where I ended up. Now, am I saying that I've figured everything out? No, not even close. Maybe I'm wrong about this. Maybe I've made mistakes in my reasoning, but this is where the evidence has personally led me. This is my journey. And I know that some people are going to disagree, and that is completely okay. But if you followed my content for a while, you'll know that I've always encouraged people to seek the truth wherever it leads. And for me, that search for truth has led me here. And just like when I discovered apologetics, I can't not share it. But defending these beliefs has been deeply rewarding for me, guys. I can't say that enough. But also, just like before, it's been really challenging. If you know anything about my work, you know that my content tends to trigger people. And back in the day, it was atheists who got upset by my work. And now it's Protestants. And let me be clear, I take full responsibility for my content. Okay, I choose the topics, I choose the language, I choose the titles and the thumbnails. If my content triggers people, that's on me. I was also thinking of memes as well. But at the same time, Jesus triggered a lot of people too, right? Because when you boldly proclaim something as true, especially when it's controversial, you're going to ruffle feathers. It comes with the territory. But on top of this, being a content creator such as myself makes things even more complicated because I don't want to just defend Christianity. I want to do it in a way that's effective, that is compelling. And that means using strong arguments, sometimes using some really direct language, and yes, sometimes using some controversial titles. But through all of this, I want to make one thing at least clear, okay? I'm always learning. I'm always growing. As a content creator, as a defender of Christianity, most importantly, as a follower of Christ, I'm always learning something new. If you've been frustrated with me, or if something that I've said came across as too strong or maybe anti your position, or if you feel like I could have worded something differently, please exercise grace on me, all right? I'm doing my best to be led by the Holy Spirit in all of this. It's not easy, and I deeply appreciate everyone who stuck with me on this journey because it's definitely been a journey. And look, this shift has not just been about the arguments or about a sort of intellectual exploration. This has literally transformed my personal faith life. I've never felt closer to Jesus than I do right now. Attending Mass has been literally thrilling. I'm not exaggerating about this. I've never been so excited to go to church. The richness of the liturgy, the depth of the prayers, the Eucharist. It's like discovering Christianity all over again. This is real. It's tangible. It's not just something that I believe intellectually. It's something that I've been experiencing. And if that sounds strange to you, I get it. Like if you had told me 5 years ago that I'd be saying all of this, I would have been super confused. But I can say this, I wouldn't trade it for anything. Now, with all of that said, here is what's happening. We're celebrating my wife's 40th birthday, and we've decided to take a little break from producing content just for a couple weeks. I'll be back at the end of March, but for now, it's time to step away, reset, and focus on family. I am incredibly grateful to all of you who support this channel, especially those who challenge me, who engage with these discussions, and I can't wait to keep the conversation going when I get back.